Hi guys, it's Jason Thompson here from Coin Snobs. Just thought I'd do a quick educational video on one of my favorite series of coins. U.S. coinage would be the Eisenhower dollar, struck from 1971 to 1978. And this one's primarily to concentrate on the difference between the 1976 bicentennials, the Type 1 and Type 2. I've seen other videos out there, people putting this out, but I kind of want to do my own. Plus, I've seen a couple of them where they're actually not, well, let's just say they're a little less than accurate. But anyways, to get into it, first of all, this is a series. Technically, it's considered a one-year-only series. However, they were technically struck in 1975 and 1976 to celebrate the bicentennial of the United States. A verse pretty much stayed the same. Of course, it has both of the dates there, 1776, 1976. And then the reverse shows the Liberty Bell and then the moon. The easiest way to identify the 1976 Type 1, which would be the very first ones they struck, is all these letters back here are going to be fairly blocky, kind of fat. And then the biggest one that I don't see a lot of people point out is this kind of has like a fancy little tail right here and right here. See how it kind of bends up a little bit, kind of wispy. Now the Type 2 that came out a little bit later in 1976, the 1976 strikes, you can see here the United States of America, a lot thinner. Okay. And then also, if you'll notice, the S's are a lot more straightforward. They're kind of just blocky. Terminate right there. Not quite as fancy as the Type 1s. Now, the big deal with the Type 1s is they also suffered pretty bad from some pretty poor strikes. A lot of them that I've seen, and believe me, I've gone through hundreds of these, a lot of them will have a really nice verse, but then you turn it around and... nice obverse, but then you turn them around and the reverse is just absolutely terrible. Mint state 63, 64 is actually really common with the Type 1s. Now, if you can get one in mint state 65, 66, especially 66, right now, a 1976 mint state 66 Type 1, PCGS is saying they're going for about $1,200. That's for the Philadelphia strike. If you get yourself a mint state 66 plus, you're looking at like $7,250. Now, of course, the market's going to vary. I don't know, it depends on where you're selling it from, who's certified it, between PCGS, ANAX, or whatever. Personally, I always go with PCGS and NGC myself. I'm not necessarily knocking ANAX, but that's just who I prefer, and they seem to be the big two, so to speak. But mint state 65 for the Philadelphia, which is the one you really want to look out for a good strike. A 65, you're looking at $80 and $425 for a mint state 65 plus. Now, if you're looking for the more desirable Type 1s, again, like I said, with the blocky fat letters and that kind of fancy S bottom tail on the S there, you're going to want to look for 1975 mint sets. Okay, 1975. They're going to be all the early years, of course. But you're going to be guaranteed to get yourself a Type 1 every single time. Okay, I have not yet found a single Type 1 in 1976. I haven't been able to see if they just didn't strike them that year. In 1976, none of the Type 1s were struck, and they switched immediately to the Type 2. But I personally haven't found any of them. If you have found some, let me know. I've actually seen sellers on eBay where they said that they have a 1976 Type 1 mint set. And when you look at it, the coins, as in like the rest of the coins that aren't bicentennial in the mint set, like the penny, the nickel and the dime, will be 75s. I actually found somebody recently on there who said they had a Type 1 set of 1976, a mint set of 1976 Type 1s, and it was a 1975 envelope. As you can see there, it would be printed on the outside but the coins were actually all 1975. So the envelope was 1976, but all the coins were 1975, so they just switched them around. And that's an easy way to tell. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go for now. I'm going to try to put out videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just to kind of keep things consistent. Thinking about maybe doing some live half-dollar hunts, things like that, just to kind of get into the groove. We're moving stuff around in the house right now, so it's probably going to be a little bit difficult, but I want to get more consistent with it. If I miss anything, you guys let me know in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Have a good day.